Hey folks, this is Chris. I'm at the Fig Grove North today, and I'm going to give you a couple little tricks about getting more productivity and having beautiful shape on your trees if you're growing in a pot. I pretty much grow my main crop, late figs, in pots. Been doing this for 10 years, so I've got some experience, and I'm going to teach you a little trick that I've never heard anyone talk about before. So a new thought. So this is Bordis Negramada, very much a dwarf variety. Got my cutting from Harvey in 2020. This tree has barely grown. So if you go down here, I've got a little notation. It says 20-inch cut. So when this was 20 inches tall, I cut it right there with my pruning snips. And you see that hole? It's not a huge deal, but that hole can be the home of bugs and moisture. So I'm going to teach you how to do it so you don't have that hole. But look at this, no fig mosaic virus. Let's go around the tree. Look at my Bordis Negramada. Super productive, right? Look at this. Look at that big one. Look at how many figs are on this tree. Look at this. Just covered with figs. Look at that pretty. I like the way when they turn like that, they get that pink. So that's what I did when I was beginning to try to figure out how to shape my trees. It took me a while to figure this out. Okay, this is Col Noir. It's from Fig du Mont. And I cut it at 15 inches with my ARS pruners, and it made that little hole. Then I've been shaping it as time goes by. Let's look at the productivity on Col Noir. No fig mosaic virus. Look at this. Wow. Look at this group in here. How many are in there? A lot. Look at how productive this is. Beautiful tree. So when I first started doing this, I always tried to open up the center of the tree, thinking that was hugely important. And if you're growing in a place where you've got moisture and you want to have good air circulation, that center tree opening is really important. If you're out here in the Willamette Valley where it's really dry, it's not as important. It just isn't, because air circulation isn't much of a problem here. So this one here, I'm going to take you back in a good approach here. Bordis Negramada. I made a backup to my tree this year. My tree has always had a lot of fig mosaic virus, so I found a branch and I took a cutting off a branch this year. So I rooted this. And if you want to learn about rooting cuttings, I do it in 4 by 9 inch tree pots with HP Pro Mix or Sunshine Mix. And this one here, grown this year. This is all 1 year's growth. Got to get my, this says 20-inch pinch. So if you notice what I did here, right here, I pinched right there. Get that tape out of our way. And it just formed the branch right there. But also after I pinched, it formed 3 scaffolds. And you'll see sometimes 3. That's the typical number. You'll see sometimes 2, you'll see sometimes 4. But I pinched there this year. So all of this growth beyond the pinch point is not very well lignified. And I'm hoping it does a better job of lignifying all the way up to just below we're nicely lignified. So this is a pretty nice little tree. This is going to make a great potted tree. And it will have the 3. And it'll probably have an open center, but like I said, for me, that isn't critically important. I still think if you're in a wet place, you should grow like that. Let's look at one that I pinched this year, another cutting that was started this year. This is, let me get in there and see. Pinch, it says the word pinch. Okay, this was a 21-inch pinch. So there it is. It just made a branch right where I pinched it. But it made 1, 2, 3, 4 scaffolds. Let's step back and take a look at this tree. This is amazing to think that this is a tree that I started this year. This is Israeli black. Isn't that beautiful? But because I pinched with my fingers and I didn't let it get up to be 5 feet tall and then just hack it off with my pruners, I've got this nice, beautiful transition that's seamless, and I don't have a hole. I pinched it again. This thing was so vigorous. I had to pinch it to slow it down and try to get it to lignify. So I pinched again, and it formed another scaffold. I pinched over here again, and it forming another scaffold. Same thing going on this branch. This is a vigorous tree. It's lignified all the way up to where I pinched, and even the scaffolds are starting to lignify now. Just a gorgeous tree if they could all be like this. Let's get back and look at it. That's Israeli black. That's what you can get in 1 year. So these are just different examples. I still love this Bordis Negramada. I just love to watch how it changes colors. So it starts to go from, look at that pink purple. It goes from that yellow, green, pink, purple to a dark purple. Let's see what this one feels like. Oh yeah, that's ready to pick. See where it's touching the other fig. It has a little spot right there where it was growing, where it was touching the other fig. Pretty common. Here's another really pretty one. Oh, I love this fig. Isn't that gorgeous? So you can hear in the background, I've got neighbors blowing. They like their blowers around here in town. Don't hear that out at the Fig Grove, but I hear that at the Fig Grove North. The importance of the blower in today's society. Maybe I'll do a video on the importance of the blower in today's society. All right, so that's a little trick. Once again, I've never heard anyone give this little trick about using your fingers instead of your cutters and do it early in the game. So plan this out. You know, I'd say looking at these figs right here, I like that 20-inch cut. Look at that 20-inch cut. That's this one, right? And this is the 15-inch cut. I like that too. This is getting it to have a wider footprint, so I'm going to have to cut it. But could you think of a better looking tree than this one? I don't think I can. Okay, hey, if you enjoyed this and you like that little trick about just using your fingers, not using the pruning snips, and not ending up with that little hole that can be a home for earwigs, other bugs, and moisture. And you'll end up with a tree like that one. That's my Bordis Negramada. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Hey, if this is something that you've enjoyed and you think other people could benefit, go ahead and share the video. And I really appreciate that. Always appreciate a sub and a like. And we'll see you on the next one. I've got a couple tastings this afternoon.